Well, hello everyone. It is a sunny day here in Tennessee. I am so glad to see the sunshine today. I've had several requests from you all to do a video on how I position my orchids in front of my windows when they're spiking and when they're blooming. That is a really good question because you need to know how to position them so that they bloom out for you really pretty and you get that beautiful arching spike of flowers that comes out in the same direction. So let me give you some examples out here in my sunroom. Okay, so for your orchids that are not spiking at all, you're going to face the leaves toward the light source. Do you see how this plant right here faces these doors? That's so that the leaves all grow the same way, nice and pretty. You're not going to rotate them all the time because if you do, the leaves are going to look kind of creased and wavy. So you want your leaves to all point towards your light source. Okay, so let me show you the ones that are in spike. This is my buddy fowl right here. Do you see how I've turned this so that the spike goes towards the light source? That's what you want to do so that as the spike grows, it's going to grow nice and straight and your buds will grow nice and straight on those spikes as well. Okay, so here are some of my phals that are in spike. Look at that cute little bird out on the ledge. Okay, he's in the video too. Okay, do you see how the spikes turn towards the windows? Exactly the same. So that as the sun hits them, they grow towards the light source. That's what you want to do. You don't want to turn these in towards the room right now, because if you do, the buds will all twist towards the light. So when I water these, I make sure that they're put back in front of these windows exactly the way that you see them right now. That way the spike stays nice and straight and the buds come out nice and straight. And here's another really good example of how I have these Cattleya buds. They are facing the light source, and I'm going to face them directly towards the light source until they start blooming out. Then I can turn the plant so that I have a really nice bloom display out in my room. Okay, and here's Hilo Pink and here's Magic Art, my two phals that just came into bloom. And the light source is to the left, as you see. But these have started blooming out. So it's okay to go ahead and turn these into the room so that I can enjoy the blooms. And here's another example of one of my dendrobiums that has bloomed out. And as you see, I've turned the blooms in towards the room. And this not only helps me to enjoy the blooms, of course, but if they're facing the window and the blooms are all receiving all that bright light, the blooms are going to fade quicker. So when they're facing in towards the room, they're not going to fade quite as quickly as well. So it keeps the blooms pretty for longer. And the same thing with these two little Soho minis. I have pointed the blooms in towards the room so that I can see them. I love after they get to this point and I can turn the blooms in towards the room. That's just a really, really fun time to be able to enjoy the blooms as much as you can for as long as you can. And as you see, I've done the same thing for my Robert's Delight Garnet Beauty. These blooms were facing towards the window at one time. And then when about 2 or 3 of them started blooming out, I turned the plant so that the blooms are in towards the room. Isn't this a beautiful, beautiful plant? And I thought I'd give you a close-up view of my beautiful Phal Magic Art. I love these gorgeous blooms. And I hope you all are having a fabulous day. Be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you all next time.